You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, let's talk a little bit about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because fans of the Bucs are not happy right now. And I said, look, you won yesterday, but you may have been stuck with Todd Bowles because of it. There has been a large contingent of fans that has believed that this has run its course, right? With Todd Bowles, there's a lot of talent on this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team. The offense, I mean, there's receivers everywhere. Along with Baker Mayfield, there's just not a world in the NFC South, the putrid NFC South, where this team ought to win less than 10 games. And really, it feels like they ought to win 11 or 12 in that damn division. And of course, today, and let's just take a look before we get to the fallout. And I am gonna throw in Jay Glazer's report. I mean, all may not be safe with Todd Bowles. 1917, the Saints could not pull it off. We know that the Saints had to win in order for the Buccaneers to get in. So now we get to watch Bryce Young and the Panthers in the playoffs. By the way, none of these teams really ought to have been in. None of them. They all a bunch of mediocre to bad. Let's just keep it real. They're all bad. They're all bad. Wouldn't shock me, by the way, if the Saints are all in this thing next year. They've got their quarterback. Now, no Kamara in this game. No Chris Olave. They need some weapons on offense for the Saints, but they're starting to show a little something. Panthers win the NFC South thanks to the Falcons win. And now, of course, if you're a Falcons fan, congratulations, because you're stuck with Raheem Morris for another year. I guess, I would assume, when it looked like he was a guaranteed get the hell out of the building about 5 weeks ago. But he's won 2 in a row. I just don't think they're going to let him go. So fans are outraged, as you can imagine. You know what? Fire Todd Bowles just for the fact that we had to root for the Saints today. That is more than enough for me. Of course, Buccaneers fans everywhere were sitting around having to root for the New Orleans Saints in order to try to get in the playoffs. We got a countdown here of some kind? We got a countdown. Oh, okay. I didn't know we was going to get a chicken blowing up the world, but here we are. Now that the Buccaneers season's officially over, the countdown for ownership to do the right thing and fire Todd Bowles and Josh Gizzard begins. Yeah. Is that Gizzard or Grizzard? Who cares? Todd Toilet Bowles watches his 1-6-2 team. Oh, man, that's right. And by the way, if you go back and look at prior seasons, the Tampa Bay Bucs had dug themselves a hole early and had to win in order to get in later on in the season. So he's been playing it very close and just barely getting in anyway. Watches his 6-2 team finish 8-9, miss the playoffs. This clown, is 35-33 in 4 years with the Bucs. His 3 division wins were done with a 27-24 mark in the worst division in pro sports. This guy should be fired ASAP. Now, we could, by the way, keep going. I mean, look at that. Fire Bowles. We could keep going. I mean, people are done, all right? This guy, I don't care about excuses, injuries, you name it. So, that brings us over here. Falcons beat Saints, missed the playoffs. But let's go back to this report because this broke this morning. Fox Sports NFL super insider Jay Glazer does not break stories like he used to, but his sources are elite and he doesn't throw nonsense out there. This morning, they were talking about coaches on the hot seat, or at least the warm seat. Included was Buccaneers head coach Todd Bowles. Glazer placed Bowles in the, quote, time will tell category. That's interesting. That echoed the Saturday take of ESPN super insider Adam Schefter, another guy with close ties to one Buck place. Was Team Glazer waiting on a decision until after the Saints-Falcons game this afternoon? So that tells you right there. Interesting. So 2 insiders are like, maybe not as safe as we thought. Not as safe as we thought at all. I tell you, Bucs fans, let me just go back one. I had this up because the comments were something else. Right here. Pathetic. Bye-bye, Todd. Bye, Todd. Todd. Yeah. This is why you should never put your fate in someone else's hands. The fact that you had to rely on the Saints in this shitty division, I mean, my God. Time for a change. Kirk Cousins puts another dagger into Todd's heart. You were counting down until Todd was fired. Has it happened yet? Or are you still an idiot? Yikes. I don't know who they're talking to, but that sounds like serious business. Liam Cohen and the Jags are playoff bound. I tried to warn all of you about Bowles last for years. Good. Now please fire Todd Bowles. A disgrace. I can't wait for the press conference. Clean house Glazers. Now you're going to clean house with light? Really? Because it seems like he's done fairly good work. He's been there forever. I just don't know if I see that coming necessarily. Todd Bowles, I could see that maybe being a situation. Question is, which is a question for everybody, who you going to hire? Just wondering, who are you going to hire? That's the problem, because I'm not impressed with hardly any of these candidates right now. I'm not. I know one guy that's got some heavy ties to your general manager that would love to get back in the NFL. He's currently coaching at North Carolina. I'm just pointing that out. He's been tied there before. There've been arrows pointing in that direction before. And yeah, the fact that Liam Cohen left and is doing the things he's doing with the Jacksonville Jaguars, I mean, it's a terrible look. It is. And it's clear, Baker is banged up, and he started real fast this year. I mean, he was like, first 7 or 8 weeks, people were talking about MVP kind of season from Baker. And then he got banged up. He started falling off. And, one could argue, when you look at how now Trevor Lawrence has progressed, one could argue, hey, Baker's maybe missing him a good bit, which was the point of a lot of fans. We're seeing what this guy has done for our quarterback. Let's hire Liam and get rid of Todd Bowles. And they could have moved Todd Bowles into another place in the organization somewhere, vice president of Slurpees and popcorn. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.